Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your daily tarot reading for Friday, February 7th, 2020. We made it to Friday, folks. You made it to Friday. So let's see what the energy for the cards are for today, what we want to know, what we need to know, and what kind of strategies can we put in place to better handle this day. So let's see where these cards are going. There we are. I hope everyone's had a great week, and I'm sure you're looking forward to the weekend. For those of you that are off this weekend, I happen to have a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. Totally looking forward to it. So, let's see. I think these cards are pretty much shuffled. Maybe a couple more times this way, and we'll just cut it. There. Let's put our first row down. Our second row, and finally the last row. And let's see, today, I'm kind of feeling the end row, so let's see what we have going on. And we have the Nine of Wands. Let's talk a bit about the Nine of Wands. Minor Arcana card, we already know that, so it's all about our responses and reactions and how we create our own reality today, which is a good thing. It's better to be in control than not, right? So when we look at the Nine of Wands, some of the key words that we want to keep in mind. When you think of the Nine of Wands, you think of burdens. You think of a lot of weight being carried around, of course. So maybe you're battle weary. Maybe you're tired. Maybe there's an ongoing battle. There's an ongoing drain on your energy. But the reality of it is you're nearing there. You're getting where you want to be. You're just carrying a lot of weight to do it. But you're very close to the success that you need and that you want. You've already had and displayed a bunch of courage, so just keep on going with that. Keep on going with the perseverance and keep on going with the persistence. Things are going to be moving forward for you. One of the things to learn from are past errors and past mistakes and past failures. As you move forward, that burden's going to lighten up as well, and you're going to be getting to where you want to be. As I said a little bit earlier, just keep holding out for it and keep working for it and keep the nose to the grindstone. You've already had a lot of willpower. You've got just a little bit more to go to get where you want to be. Now, one thing you may want to learn from this, a lot of times the weight of the Nine of Wands comes because we have our goals that we want to obtain, and what we tend to do is encapsulate all of that energy and weight upon ourselves. Rather than delegating out, rather than asking for help, rather than seeking help, we carry the burden ourselves. And that gets troublesome at times. But the long story short, moving forward, one lesson you want to learn from this specific project and this specific time is maybe next time, lighten your load up a little bit by delegating a little bit more, by offering others to help you along the way versus you carrying all the weight. So when you look at it from a general context, it's all about that. You're kind of feeling drained. It is a Friday, so that is totally understandable. You've had a long week. You've put a lot of energy into this week, and you've carried a lot of this week on your own shoulders. And now that you're pushing towards the end, you're feeling really drained, really tired, and you're just dragging right now. Just keep dragging. You're going to reach the finish line, and when you do, things are going to work out the way you've wanted them to. Maybe not everything, but the big, most important aspects of it anyway. And going forward, remember all the things that happened this week and the amount of weight you've carried on this week. And next time around, keep that burden a little bit more light. Delegate a little bit more things out and trust in others to be able to carry through the way you'd want to carry through. Now understand, I know me personally, I do a lot of things myself because I just assume do it myself because I know how I like to have it done. But there is compromise. If you are going to have people help you along the way, you got to compromise and allow them to do it in their own way. It's going to get done just the same. It's just not going to be done the way we want it done, and that's okay. We're not perfect. We're not the experts. Let people help you the way they know how to help you. Now, from a money and a career standpoint, Some things you want to keep in mind is this is an ongoing process. So when you go back to work next week, you're going to start accumulating some of the things that are necessary to get to the goals that you want to reach at work. And again, it goes back to delegating. It goes back to allowing others work with you to get where you want to be and get where you need to be. Some other things that come up with this from a money and a career standpoint is sometimes you get into these unexpected expenses and you start to feel a little bit strapped for cash, and you may be tipping into your savings if you're lucky enough to have savings. But the long story short is, as much as and as troublesome and as inconvenient as this is a very temporary situation. It's going to resolve. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting the work and the energy into it. And before you know it, you're going to get through this little bit of a rough patch. And from a love and a relationship standpoint, this is all about having gone through some rough times. Maybe you, friends, you and your partner, whatever it might be. And long story short, you're both feeling a little bit sapped of energy. You're feeling a little bit tired, and you're feeling a little bit like, what the hell's going on? Why are we keep doing this? Long story short, again, look at the situation at hand. If it's trouble in the intimate relationship, dissect it a little bit. A lot of times, some of the issues that come up in a personal relationship like that are past incidents that occurred in other relationships. And that being said, if you dissect a little bit further, you may find why there's a little bit of a rough patch right now. Both of you guys can get through it together if you care about each other enough. That's obvious and it's true. Now, from a friend standpoint, the same thing goes. There may be some situations going on where one friend feels like they're overburdened and carrying more weight than the other. And if that's the case, look at it. Listen to the concerns that your friends or your partner have. If they're feeling like they're weighted down right now, try to lighten that load up a little bit. If you're the one that feels like you're carrying a bunch of the weight right now, understand it's for that. Sometimes we carry more weight, sometimes we carry less weight. Just be glad that you're there to help somebody along the way to get them with you where you both want to be. So long story short, I think this is a great Friday card. It really does encapsulate the work week and the week in general. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I look forward to reading you again tomorrow. And keep looking at the Facebook page today because I'll be posting some interesting things up just a little bit later on. So until tomorrow, be well, be safe, and be blessed.